Hey, what's up? Okay. All right. Just link in towards chat, and then we can begin. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. So welcome everybody to the BLT Podcast. For those watching on YouTube, we're going to be talking about all the people who qualified today, and anything else you want to talk about.
Maybe the people you think will qualify as well.
Oh, you mean like from the non-guaranteed pool?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can just go over most of the people. Well, we can go over in depth the 8 people who did qualify, and then we can go through the others who did not get the guaranteed spot, but we think have a good shot at getting in. So this cycle, the 8 people that qualified for sure are I'm Just Gray, Star Real, Xskelly 34, GXE, Blink Boy, SMGs, Toasted Buns 02, and GW.
Did you hear from It's All RNG and Toasted Buns before?
No, I have not heard about. Well, okay, actually, SMGs or It's All RNG on Smogon. I saw him a lot while I was qualifying. The other guy, Toasted Bun 02, I think he doesn't play during the same time I do because I didn't see him a single time in any of my tours.
Yeah, same.
So I have no idea when he qualified. I didn't even know he had that many
Yeah,
points.
Yeah, he got 137 points, and I've never seen him before.
Most of these other people are not new to the tour scene. GW is new to Tours Room, but he's been pretty well known in like the NU community for a while, so definitely a good player. Uh, One sec. Realized that. Okay. Um, okay. Is there anything? Okay. So like, I guess I'm Just Gray. How good do you think he is? Okay. Actually, how about how about we talk about it this way? How good do you think these players are compared to like the people?
The qualifiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the guys that already qualified that are in the top 8 are mediocre, I would say. Like there's Greninja Warrior, GW, who is like a top tier player for NU, and 100% GXE. But other than that, it's rather like they are all good players, but none of them stand out really.
Yeah. I think that throughout this entire format, it was pretty expected that we would get like weaker players in the top 8.
Yeah. Like, when you just take a glance at the rest of the qualifiers, there's Mishimono, there's Snowfall, there's SMB, there's Odd de la Robbia. Like there's a lot of really really good players in their respective tiers.
Oh, wait one sec. play your MJ better. Okay, yeah. I think. I guess we can just talk more about the specific people that stand out to you. So there's definitely a few that I'm surprised came to come play for BLT, like Confide.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by Confide as well.
Because last BLT he did was BLT 3, so it's been a while since he's been around Tour's Room. And he's like pretty well known now outside of Tour's Room. So I'm surprised he came back to do one. I guess more so probably because of the quarantine.
Yeah, same. And also because of the fact that you only need 50 points to get drafted.
Yeah, I think he
Actually.
will be probably like he might be the best OE player.
So far. Well, from the rest of the qualifiers, you mean? Or in general?
I think he might just be the best OU player that will get this BLT, unless there's somebody I'm not noticing.
Well, depending if you count managers, because I think Rizzo is probably the best.
I don't know because Frisso hasn't played that much Sword and Shield. He said so. I'm not too sure. Like obviously he's a good player, so there's that. But like I don't know how much Sword and Shield OU he's played. I don't know what he's actually gonna play this time around.
Yeah, he can play pretty much anything.
We'll see. We get like the normal good players back. There is ODR came back from last.
I think he never was involved in BLT, only in TLT,
right? But I think he's been hanging around Towards Room, so not really surprised that he's back. SMB is back. No real surprise there. He's once again going to be probably a top tier doubles player, but I would say that this year there's more competition in doubles than ever.
But it's pretty funny. Like he has this curse on him that whatever team he's on, the team never makes playoffs. It's actually insane because he always goes like undefeated.
Yeah, but I think this year with Mishimono also qualifying, and there's some other people that I'm seeing that could potentially slot into doubles this year. I think the competition will be
you
higher.
as well.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be playing doubles yet, but I'm definitely at least good enough to challenge SMB, at least like compared to previous years where he was definitely the best.
Yeah.
Solar Flare RO.
He was on your team last year, right?
2 years ago, I think.
Yeah. Oh, 2 years ago.
I think the year that we won, he was our sub.
Okay.
I want to say.
You know, this Chem Coop guy. I've seen him around in Tour's Room, but I play this guy on the random battles ladder so much. I think we face each other like 3 times a day at least.
I guess you might be a little bit too loud. ChemCube is a BSS player, somebody's saying in chat. He's a
BSS ribbon holder.
Oh, really?
I didn't even know.
He knew about some VGC formats, so I'm not too sure how good he is, but like I was, like whenever a VGC Ultra Series, like I don't know, somebody was deciding to just set some like VGC 2019 tours in Tours Room, and obviously like, well, okay, not obviously, but I played that format, and like, I'm one of 5 people on this planet who played that format. So like, I won that tour, but he actually got pretty far in it because he actually knew what he was doing. So I'm not sure if he knows how to play doubles, but
I assume he's just gonna be a good player, like in general, whatever tier you put him in. Like anyone who wins a ribbon in anything, you can call pretty much a good player.
Yeah. Also, Dugza, I believe, if I remember correctly, he is a uh, pretty well-respected player in mono, right? Yeah, he won the mono circuit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
so that's a pretty big name too. Um,
yeah. But my thing is, um, do you really want to spend a lot of money? Like, even if you want a monotype circuit thing, do you really want to spend big on a mono player?
well, I guess it depends on the mono pool, right? Because like, if like there's not that many people who are like good mono players, and he's like the only one, then I would still trust him to beat up on like whatever. Like,
I would trust him to go
fucking
positive, but
Raj does
um,
shoot playing mono.
yeah.
Like, come on, dude.
I think Roger actually improved a lot over the last year.
Is
Like
he
he's been
playing
playing
LC or
in many
Yu-Gi-Oh?
tours. I don't know what he's playing in Sword and Shield.
We'll see. I won't believe it until I see it, but I have heard. I have heard. So, um, there's definitely some other people that like have always been towards the lower end, I would say, of like basically the BLT like normal qualifiers. So I'm not sure if they'll be able to make it in this year. Like Halaman, I'm looking at
Mm,
um, these guys who I don't rate very highly. I'm not sure if they'll be able to make it because I feel like the pool is a little bit more competitive for the other slots. Granted, there are more
mm.
slots though.
I'm also looking at Bad Player, okay, 132. He's done pretty well in recent seasons.
Yeah,
I can't
he's
remember which one.
NU player or
Yeah,
he played NU like and OU. I think he played OU and BLT, but I believe he was like an NU player at the time. Um,
yeah. I think he's still an NU player. I think he qualified for NU LT already,
okay,
or was pretty close.
interesting. There's also Tectonic Destroyer, who is OM's player, I think. I don't know how good he is at not OM tiers because don't
OMs.
OMs XD. Yeah, but I don't know that much about how good he is in non OM tiers because I've never seen him play them. But
Yeah,
he's just
same.
a bigger name, I guess, than some of these other people I just don't really know that much about. Um, we also haven't talked about Snowfall, who's back.
Yeah, like he's 100% gonna get picked.
I think
I don't
he's
know.
definitely worth 10K or more. The question
Yeah.
is, how good is he after Sword and Shield? Because I
Mm.
have straight up like never seen him in like the last year. Like he just like disappeared.
Yeah, I rarely see him play. Um, I know that he plays like he signs up for some tours, but I don't actually see him play.
Yeah, because like honestly, like the biggest
Mm.
thing for this BLT is that it's going to be harder to judge some people because um, with the new generation, especially with the new tiers shifting around, it's like the meta is so hard. Like, one thing that I used to be like pretty good at is like, I was pretty good at multiple tiers, but like now it's so hard to be good at multiple tiers because like the meta changes so frequently because partially due to the new generation, but also because no Pokemon Home just dropped, and then now there's going to be DLC coming in a
When,
few months.
yeah, when is it coming out?
I think it's
Like,
June.
is it so right when BLT starts?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, that's gonna be really hard then to draft like good
So
players. With
yeah, it's
everyone's gonna have to build new teams in every tier pretty much.
other than so the only tiers that are really safe are like Actually, there's nothing that's really safe. I guess like I would say LC is probably the one that's like the safest because I think
Mm-hmm.
part of it is that the new meta won't introduce that much new stuff, but like the stuff that will be introduced will probably make it somewhat similar to like Sun and Moon LC because it's like the current LC meta isn't that different from Sun and Moon LC. I think it's like kind of comparable. But like every other tier is going to change so much because um, maybe the trickle down from like NU for like NU won't happen yet because like they all start in OU. All the new mons will start in OU, but we'll have to
Yeah.
see. Like,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I think the one thing that I was kind of surprised about for this is that the manager thing. So I'm still not
Mm-hmm.
sure if they're going to continue with what they have right now, but um, right now the managers are being split up based on how you qualify. I think that's a little weird, personally.
Yeah, same.
Um,
I would like them to change that to be more consistent.
yeah,
Um, but it's not the end of the world if they keep it.
I guess it's not the end of the world if they keep it. I think it's like if they want to kind of, I can kind of see where it's coming from, but like I just feel like it's not consistent. Um, also, Blank Boy is making his return to BLT.
Yeah, I'm actually excited about that. He's been playing a lot lately, probably because of the quarantine.
I don't know what he's going to be playing because I know he mostly plays NFE, right?
Mm,
So I don't know what he's going to be, how well he plays the standard tiers, but he's probably the one, along with Greninja Warrior, that I'm kind of looking at in the guaranteed pool. Because the
mm,
rest of these guys don't super excite me.
yeah.
Um, I'm not sure what the strategy will be, but it's very much possible that like right now I'm thinking maybe just take 2 3K picks in the top
In the top eight.
in the top guaranteed pool
Mhm.
because it feels like it might be a little hard to get a lot of good value.
Yeah, it will depend. Yeah, I think like most good, but like the really good players only go for the 50 points and call it a day because they know they're gonna get drafted anyway.
I'm surprised
Um,
GXC kept playing. I guess he probably was just like
yeah,
he probably just does it anyway. Like he normally plays throughout
yeah,
the tours anyway, so like
yeah.
whatever. But like
What I was really surprised about was the amount of players that actually managed to get over 50 points.
yeah,
Like,
so
before the cycle even started, me and other people were kind of afraid to not hit the like how many players do we need? Um, 64 players over 50 points to
yeah.
fill to fill the teams. But right now we already have 25 people who are over 50 points.
Yeah, I think there is like honestly, I if I was in charge, which I'm obviously not in charge anymore, but if I was in charge of this, I would have put the point score lower because like the entire point of this format, which like I worked with Arc to put together, is that it's that you want to show that they care about the room, so they don't like just instantly quit, but like it's
Mm.
accessible for more people. So like I think like I would have put it at like 30 points, which is like pretty easily achievable. But like you still have to play a lot of tours, like
Yeah, because even
unless you
if you
like
go to the
yeah, go ahead.
like yeah, you have to be like SMB level doubles player to win actually the official tour.
Yeah, you need to
If
be
it's
like
doubles,
really good to just like
yeah,
to consistently just like to win 2 officials in a row. Which is
yeah,
basically what you need for 30 points. You might even need more depending on like which officials you play, because you would need to play the biggest official and then and a medium-sized official to be able to get 30 points in one go. And you would need to win both, and it's not easy. Like,
Yeah.
it's like 7 or 8 games. I think like 7 games for the big official, and then like 6 for the normal-sized ones. Um, and then you would need to win both of them, so you have to go 13-0 against like some of the later matches are actually decently hard too. So it's not super easy. But I think like hitting 50 or reducing it just to 50 from whatever, like I think last year the qualifiers were like 90 or whatever, 100 for the first cycle, did definitely attract a lot of people.
I mean, personally, I think 50 points are low enough. Like it did already attract quite some people that aren't really BLT people.
Yeah, we make them BLT people.
Yeah. Once you're in one BLT, you will continue being in BLT forever.
Forever. You just never BLT.
Well, as long as you're playing mods.
Yeah, but nobody can quit mods.
Yeah. Okay. True. But yeah, it is. It is forever.
Yeah, BLT 60. We're still doing a podcast. Like 40 years later.
We will still see the same tools from people. Cap KD and.
But I definitely think that there is a lot of merit, and I was actually hoping, I was hoping a little bit that we would get a little bit better players. Just because I think that with the quarantine, there's a lot of people playing Pokemon right now.
Yeah, but with all the Corona Premier League and such, like they're already
occupied,
distracted enough.
Oh, yeah. Alright, some people in chat. Tectonic Destroyer City quit OMs this gen. Fair enough. I looked at some OMs this gen.
Good
They
choice.
looked so bad. Like, holy shit. Like OMs were bad before, but like, oh god, just don't even get me started. Mix and Mega is still an OM when there's no Mega Stones. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, come on.
How does this even work then?
Like, you could just use the Mega Stones. They're just like allowed.
Oh, okay.
Because it's an OM. Yeah, it's a mess.
Anime Sans. The only good OM this gen is NFE. Like I don't even think that NFE counts as OM. It's pretty much a tier in itself.
Yeah, like I think the ones that you can actually legitimately play on cartridge, like before there's what ZU was considered an OM. Like that was like it's playable. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
When it was on um like Gen 7 ZU, I had a fun with that tier and whatever what it was OM Grand Slam or whatever I was playing it in.
Yeah, he says it is an OM by definition, but I think everyone knows what I mean. Like you could put me in NFE, who never played any OMs, and I could do well.
Yeah, like anybody, if you can. Okay, my definition is like if you can play it on cartridge without like hacking your cartridge, like if you can like legitimately obtain all the mons and like get it so that you can play it in game, then it's like
Yeah.
It's like a reasonable tier. Like
yeah.
But like if you're playing like balanced hack mons where it's just like you have two chances on every team and like whatever, like the meta is just like so absurdly ridiculous, like that kind of stuff. No, I'm just like that's not a real tier.
Yeah.
Although like you could technically play AG, anything goes on cartridge, and that tier still sucks. But like
Does it does age? Yeah, it belongs to the arms. Yeah, right.
AG is not a tier right now. I think there's only national decks AG,
Yeah.
which is like the untier of an untier, but Whatever. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else we're gonna talk about? Is that everything?
Mm, there's actually a lot of people I never heard of before.
Yeah, there's definitely just going down the
Electric
list.
Win,
Excelsior, never heard of that guy.
yeah, Over Ace, never heard of them.
Vandermost.
Okamoto, Slowpoke 92,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
Overace I saw playing a little bit throughout the tours. I'm not sure if he's gonna make it, but I definitely remember his name at least. Damn you, Captcha. He's a fucking shit poster. That's what I know him for. He just like goes into tours room and just like shit posts.
We have a lot of them in Tours Room.
All the tours room regs.
Yeah.
Oh god. I don't know. Like, do you think that there's still going to be more people who qualify for the cycle 2 that are like similar level to this though? Like, because it's been very consistent that we get like the best in cycle 1, and then we get a large drop off in 2, and 2 and 3 are normally similar, and then like 4 is like the worst.
I mean, from what I've seen already, people like Ham are going for it. Rose is going for it. I think
Rose, like,
Prince of all the Tacos is also going for it.
oh, he's back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he said he wanted to qualify.
Prince of all tacos. Thought he said he quit, but like I said earlier, nobody can quit mines.
Yeah, never. I've tried it.
And yeah, if Ham is qualifying, and I think King of Crimea is qualifying, I know we're still going to get like Frisso. I don't know when he's going to qualify, but maybe it'll be next cycle. The main question, I guess, is like if new people are going to be going it for it next cycle, because like those are kind of like the people we expected to be there at some point. So
Wait, Cheese is back, like the cheese one.
oh, I want Atago to sit on me.
Yeah, please don't mention that name. He's the cheese in one.
Not the best. Oh, okay, is that Prince of all tacos? Okay, so cheese. If cheese comes back, I think Anime Signs is probably gonna qualify. I don't know if I think he'll get picked up if he qualifies. Because
Not by me. Just kidding.
Well, we'll see. I'm not going to reveal my own draft plans, but I think he will get picked up if he qualifies, depending on how good the rest of the pool is. But dude, I was scared. If Anime Signs got drafted to doubles PL, he got drafted before me. He got drafted to doubles. Yeah, he got drafted before me. I was the last pick of the draft. So if he got drafted,
so ridiculous.
Yeah, if he got drafted and I didn't, I would have actually never lived it down.
Feel you. All right, Jaren is back too.
Oh, Jaren is back.
Jaren was always
true.
at BLT.
I mean, he's gonna get a guaranteed spot, right? Like,
yeah,
it's Jaren. He gets like.
He improved over the last few years.
I think his
like
attitude
personality wise.
Yeah. He's like kind of mellowed a bit since his extremely toxic days.
Yeah.
I guess there's still quite a few names that we're still looking for. I'm interested to see if like Arc will come back, because I'm not sure how much Gen 8 he plays or in general Pokemon he plays. He watches a lot of Pokemon, but he doesn't like actually play that much.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see if he'll come back. We'll see though.
Gonna be fun to see who
Sensei
qualifies.
Nephew. Okay. Makes sense. She. Who? Wait. Oh, okay. Makes sense. All right. I think if you don't have anything else to talk about, I think we're going to end the podcast here.
Sure.
We'll be back in 2 weeks to talk about the Cycle 2 qualifiers, similar format kind of thing. Will be streamed on Twitch, will be on YouTube, either works if you want to watch it. And I think that's about it for us, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah.